Being part of this presentation has been the most fun and exciting project I've worked on as part of the course so far. The second week into our course, we had a weekend of lectures in Oriel House with Brendan, which really was a thoroughly engaging and inspiring weekend. I was introduced to lots of new and innovative ideas, experienced the inspiration of Ted Anton Robinson for the first time, while beginning to examine and explore the future of technology in education. On the Friday night, we were divided into groups. Brendan ensured there was a good mix in each group, which really made for great group dynamics. I was especially lucky with our group, although rather unlucky with our name, Super Friends, which was agreed by the boys in our absence. Our only undemocratic decision, I have to say. The group was made up of Paura, Kevin, Tricia, Claire, Brian and myself, and I knew I'd really enjoy working with all of them. Our first brainstorming session took place in the Gingerbread Man. With the relaxed attitudes and abundance of ideas for our first project, Education in 2035, we were off to a flying start. Having this type of weekend at the beginning of the course really worked well. We went in as strangers but left as friends. Having such an intense weekend so soon ensured we got to know each other and we all gelled together pretty quickly. It was also a fun project which everybody enjoyed, which put a lovely spin on things. Day 2 of the project was our most productive and we put it all together quite quickly. We explored the classroom setting and what it would be like in 2035, going back to the campfire waterhole theme that Brendan had referred to earlier. We included elements of a global classroom and looked at using holographs as a learning tool. I thoroughly enjoyed this weekend and after the presentations left the lecture with my head buzzing full of new ideas. It turned out to be the topic of conversation later on in the pub with friends. I didn't have the usual reaction when hearing about this assignment. I was delighted and relieved to be working with my super friends again and looking forward to the task ahead. When Tim outlined the assignment, he did mention that we had been relatively conservative in our previous project, so this gave us all food for thought. After our first meeting, we decided on a tongue-in-cheek type video with reference to education in 2035 through advertisements. Paura, Kevin and Brian created some really entertaining and funny videos, and I was really impressed with their abilities. At this stage, I needed to get my part underway, and I really didn't know where to start. I felt like the technophobe of the group. The rest of the guys were really helpful and encouraging. They gave me some really helpful ideas and tips to get started. I found various futuristic images on Google and used Simple Photo Story to put it all together. I enjoyed this process. The software is very user-friendly and easy to navigate. Knowing what I know now in terms of software packages, I feel I could have been more ambitious in my section of the video. I feel my lack of confidence in technological aspects stemmed my creativity, while not wanting to let the group down ended with me playing it safe. In future, I hope to continue to develop my confidence through utilising a variety of software packages for my portfolio. Collaboration on this project was really efficient. Well, from my point of view anyway. We worked really well as a group and were in contact on a regular basis. Generally, a few emails were circulated every couple of days and we kept in touch on the telephone. As soon as we had the idea penned, we each went off and researched our part in it. The majority of our collaboration took place online. This was due to the fact that we were all working full-time and the recent dramatic weather. At all times, I felt I could contact the guys and ask for advice or just to check in to see what everyone was up to. The fact that we created 5 short videos meant that everyone got the opportunity to contribute something of their own and also ensured that the work was distributed evenly. Kevin, the most super of friends, put all the videos together and was extremely willing and helpful throughout the process. On a personal level, using computer software and creating videos is not something I've done before. This assignment has illustrated the vast amount of software available to complete audiovisual tasks and its accessibility for non-technical people like myself. Working on this assignment certainly took me out of my comfort zone, and the satisfaction of seeing and hearing the end result is exciting. I'm looking forward to developing these skills and exploring more of video audio software with a view to using it in the classroom. So what have I learned through this module? For me, this module has been the most inspiring and engaging element of the course so far. As a teacher, it has made me question our education practices and has it made me view the future of education in a new light. For me, this module has highlighted the role technology should be playing in the primary classroom and the need to catch up in this regard before we get left too far behind. The emphasis Tim and Brendan put on collaboration and how necessary it is to have good collaborators in the workplace highlights for me that although I require the pupils in school to work in groups, is effective collaboration really occurring? Overall, I hugely enjoy this module and assignment, and I look forward to working on similar projects in the coming year.